Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Tinsley and I'm running for Sheriff of Oconee County. Now, if you will remember my last video, I was explaining that my plan from transitioning from an investigator who predominantly worked financial crimes to an investigator who worked child abuse and vulnerable adult cases was to get with the previous investigator his last week of employment and to find out what he was currently working so that I would know what cases to make my top priority when I took those investigations over. But I wasn't able to do that his last week of employment because I was working a homicide with child abuse investigation. Several weeks after he left employment the first week of October. Several weeks later, on October 22nd, I sent out an email, and then again on October 31st, to everyone in CID, which is Criminal Investigations Division, asking for help resolving the cases that were still assigned to the previous investigator. After that second email on October 31st, I had two additional investigators come to me and tell me that they would be willing to help resolve these cases. On November 5th, I sent an email to my supervisors inquiring where were the case files that the previous investigator was working on. None of us had access to those case files. We didn't know where they were. So I got a response back from one of those supervisors who said that those case files were in a locked room in CID that only the two supervisors had key to. So I emailed them back and said when would be good for me to meet with one of them, for them to unlock that door and me to have access to those case files. The next day, on November 6th, I was brought into the office and told that I was going to be written up for failure to obey orders. I was told that when I sent those two emails out to everybody in CID asking for help resolving these cases, that was my attempt to reassign cases that I did not have the authority to reassign, and that was undermining my supervisors. I told them that I was not in agreement with that write-up. I did not feel like asking for help resolving cases that were predominantly child abuse and sexual assaults of children deserved to be punished, that I was going to dispute this write-up. Because I have had problems in the past with my supervisors and the administration at this department, specifically in how they treated me when I filed a sexual harassment complaint in 2016 against another investigator who no longer works there. Because of how I was treated with that incident, I knew if I was going to dispute this write-up that I needed to do it according to departmental policy. So I researched departmental policy and I disputed this write-up in writing. On November 12th, I sent that dispute up to my supervisors in an email, and they forwarded up the chain of command to the chief deputy. And on November 19th, I met with the chief deputy who said that he was, after reviewing what I had sent him, that he was going to deny my appeal and that he thought the written write-up should stand. I told him that I disagreed with his decision and that I wanted this dispute sent up to the sheriff. According to our departmental policy, the sheriff has the final say-so in the appeal process. So just like before, I'm going to attach documentation supporting what I'm telling you is truthful on my website, focusedonpeopleandpurpose.org, below this video. And if anybody has any questions that you want me to clarify something that I've said or that has taken place, look me up on Facebook, Amanda Tinsley for Sheriff. You can send me a message that way, or you can shoot me an email. I appreciate you watching. I encourage you to continue to watch these videos because there's more information to come. Thanks.